Okay, folks, we are on Atlantis trying to get off the island before it sinks. We've looted it of all the treasures and relics it has. It's time to get back to the mainland and sell them on the black market. Well, actually, we're sitting in a room in Delaware, freezing because it's quite cold. And, well, anyway, we got the usual. Jen's playing yellow, and, well, Jen's actually sleeping in the other room. It's about 3 a.m. But Jen's yellow, I'm green. This is a classic game, they say. You know, this is the 30th anniversary edition. But it's recently new. You know, it's new to me. It's recently purchased. Me and Jen played it a few times. So even though it's a classic, and it was made. Let me see. This is the 30th anniversary, made in 2010. So I was 2 when it was made. Yeah. But I've only played it a few times with Jen, but it's a pretty easy game to learn. Hopefully I'll be able to teach it fairly well. And even though it looks like a simple game, I've noticed there's going to be some strategy to it and some backstabbing, as you will see. So I'm still learning the strategies of the game, but basically my strategy is to get off the island. Well, obviously, but I just want to get off the island quick. Okay, I got my 3, 4, and 5 guys over here. I have 1 stowaway over there in Jen's territory with the value of 6, and I'm gonna jump on one of her boats. And then the other 2 and 3s are closer to the edge of the water. The 1s are more inland. Jen's got the same idea. Her 4, 5, and 6s are over here. The rest of them are like 2s and 3s, and you just got 1 scattered on higher ground. So we rolled to see who goes first. Whoever got the serpent is going to go first. That'll be Jen. So let's get going. We'll start survive, escape from Atlantis. Alright, so Jen's up first. Alright, so Jen's going to move yellow guy here on the boat. And then this other yellow guy here on the boat. So that's 2 of her 3 movement actions. Well, each round you got 4 phases. You got the if you had tiles that you could play, you would play them. That was the first phase, and then the second phase is the movement phase. You can move up to 3 hexes, and you can use that in combination of either a boat, an adventure, or a boat and an adventure. You can mix and match it. As followed by removing a tile from the city or the island, representing it sinking, and then finally you will roll to see where you will move one of the creatures. So Jen, the first round, you skip the play a tile phase because you don't have any. So Jen's gonna finish off her movement phase. She spent 2 actions piling them up, and she sees I'm trying to hitch a ride. So her third action, she's gonna move out. Okay, she moved 1 hex into the ocean. Okay, so that's the end of her movement phase. Now she will take and remove this tile here. You have to do the beaches first. Okay, and it's a defense tile, and what it means is she can use it anytime I try to attack one of her dudes with a shark. Normally you wouldn't flip them over and show them like that. You would just pull it up, look at it. If it's an immediate action, you just play the immediate action, and if it weren't, you would put it face down in front of you. Okay, I'm just doing this so you guys can see what's going on. Alright, and I'm going to pull them off camera. Okay, now remember, normally I couldn't see what she has in her little stockpile in front of her. She couldn't see what I have. So now she's going to roll, see what creature comes out or moves. It's a whale. There are no whales on the board, so nothing happens. Okay, it comes over to me, and I'm just going to get these guys off the island, like I said. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now on to the second phase. Flip the tile over, see what it is. Okay, so this is the swimmer and dolphin tile. As you can see, there's number 3 with the arrow on the bottom right corner. What that means is, at the beginning of a round, I can play this and move a swimmer 3 hexes. I'm going to take that off, put it in front of me. In the removing the tile phase, there's a specific order. You have to do the beaches, then the forest, and then finally the mountains. Don't remember if I said that or not. Okay, so now I'm going to roll. It's a shark. There's no sharks on the board. Nothing happens. Goes back to Jen. So now Jen's going to go with her boat. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. She just wants to get her guys on land. That's all she wants to do. Okay. These guys are here are pretty safe because, like I said, during the tile removement phase, you have to take the beaches off first. So they're pretty much safe. Okay. So goes on to the next phase. She's going to roll. Sorry. She's going to take a tile off. Okay. And here we got the shark. Okay, so it's a green bordered tile. What that means is you will take a shark token and replace the tile with the shark token. Okay, and then you just, throw it back in the box. Over to me. Oh no, she's got to roll. Okay, so she rolls and she rolls the serpent. So what she's going to do is she's going to move this serpent 1 hex over here. Alright, she's worried that on my turn I may roll a serpent, and if I do, before she gets them guys offloaded onto the shore, I could destroy them pretty much. The serpent takes the boats and the swimmers off the board, so both them guys would be gone. Okay. Alright, so it's my turn. Same thing, I'm going to get my guys on the shore if I can. So 1, put them back in the boat. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, so then I remove a token. Remove this one here. And it's a shark. Okay, so same thing. Replace the tile with the token. Boom. Okay, goes back over to Jen. Wait, gotta roll. Okay, and I rolled a shark. So, I'm going to move the shark 2 hexes. 1, 2. I'm going to try and get them over there because I know Jen's going to try and offload these guys next. These guys here on the mountain and the forest. Okay, so now it's Jen's turn. She's going to offload these 2 guys here. 1, 2. They're safe. They are now victory points. They're worth something at the end of the game. For her 3rd movement, she's going to move this guy here. 1 hex on there with me. Okay, and now it's her turn to draw a tile off the board. So it's a whale. Okay, it's the same thing as the shark. Whenever it's got a green border, it's an immediate action. So we will replace the tile with a whale. Okay, now she's going to roll. And she rolls the shark, and she's going to move this guy 1, 2. Alright, comes back to me. Okay, I am just going to offload. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It's the end of that movement phase. I will now remove a tile. Let's see here. I'm going to remove this one right here. Okay, and what it is a boat tile with the 3 and the arrow on the bottom. So what that means is I can play it at the beginning of a round and I can move a boat 3 spaces and it doesn't count as an action. Okay, so it's a free movement. Alright, so I'll put that over here in my stash, and then I'm going to roll. And I roll the shark. I'm going to move this guy here. 1, 2. Alright, it is now Jen's turn. So she's going to move this guy onto the boat. And this guy on the boat. So that's 2 actions. And then I'm going to stop knocking over Mr. Sea Serpent there. And then she's going to move the boat 1 hex over for her 3rd action. Alright, and that'll be the end of her movement. And now she will remove a tile, and she's going to come over here. She's going to take this one here. Let's see what it is. Okay, so it's a boat action. Remember, green border, it's immediate. So she replaces where the tile was with a boat. Okay, now she's going to roll. And she rolls the shark. And she wants to get this guy as far away from her boat as possible, just in case something happens. Okay, comes over to me. So I'm gonna offload these guys onto the boat, or I'm gonna get on the boat with them. So 1, and then 2. I'm gonna move them over here. 1 hex. I'm gonna try and come over here to get these guys. Okay, so that's the end of that. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one here. And it's the same as the last one. I can move a boat 3 spaces at the beginning of my turn. Okay. So now I'm going to roll. And I roll the whale. Alright, so now I'm going to move the whale 1, 2, 3 spots. Okay, it's Jen's turn. She's going to get this guy on here, obviously. Okay, and that's 1, and then she's going to move the boat 1, 2, and that's the end of her turn. She's going to come here and grab this tile here, flip it over, and she's got the sea serpent tile. So what that means is she can, at the beginning of one of her turns, she can take the sea serpent and move it anywhere on the board she wants to, as long as it's an unoccupied space. Okay? So she's going to put that in her little pile here. And then she's going to roll. She rolls the shark. So she's going to move this guy here. 1, 2. Okay, comes back to me. I'm going to move my boat here. 1, 2, and then I'm going to grab this guy here. Okay. And then I'm going to take a tile. I think I'll take this one. Okay, and then... Okay, so this one is just like the sea serpent. If I play this at the beginning of a round, I can move the shark, anywhere on the board as long as it's an unoccupied space. Okay, I'm going to put this in my little stockpile. Goes back to Jen. Now, Jen would like to just move in here and dump her guys off, but she can't do that. There can only be 1 boat in each space. So, her first move is going to be move this boat out. And then she's going to move this boat in, so that's 2, and then she's going to offload 1 of her guys, so that's 3. She's going to take her tile, and it's a whale, so she replaces the tile with the whale and discard the tile. Okay, now she's going to roll. She rolls the shark, and she's just gonna move this guy. 1, 2. Alright. Comes back to me. Now, I have this boat tile here. Okay, I can move a boat 3 hexes. Okay. So, I'm about equal distance between the 2 islands. So they're gonna do an about face. Gonna move 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was a free action. So now I can actually take my movement action. Okay, I'm going to just take that tile and discard it. Okay, so now my first action, I'm going to move into the shore here. Second action, I'm going to start unloading the boat. So 1, 2 plus the boat movement is 3. And that is the end of the movement phase for me. Okay, so now I'm going to flip over a tile. Okay, and I got another dolphin in the swimmer. Okay, so if I ever get knocked into the water, I could play that at the beginning of one of my rounds. Okay, and then on to the die roll, and I got the sea serpent. So I'm gonna move this serpent here one spot over. Okay, that's all I can move. One spot, unfortunately. So now Jen's looking at me like, oh, it's on. And I'm like, yeah, like Donkey Kong. As soon as I can. Okay. You know, this game could be a little rough. I seen that in one of the plays. Well, I initiated it, but alright, so it's Jen's turn. Okay, so Jen's like, oh, alright, so it's on. It's her turn. She pulls out the serpent. So now she can move the serpent and place it anywhere on the board that she wants, as long as it's an unoccupied space. So what she's hoping to do is she's going to move this serpent here. Okay, she's going to put him right here. And she's going to hope at the end of this round she can roll the serpent and then devour my boat and then essentially block that island off. Although that may work against her. She's got these guys here. They'll have to go a long way out. But we'll see. Okay? So now she's going to move 1, 2. And then she's going to start sending the boat back to the island to get her guys off. Okay? Actually, you know what? She's going to go this way. No, you know what? She's not even going to do that. She's going to take this boat here. And she's going to come in this way. Okay. Alright, so now she takes a tile. See what we got here? She's got the whale. Okay, so she could use this at the beginning of one of her turns and move a whale to anywhere she wants to on the board. Okay, and then she's going to roll. And she's like, come on, serpent. And she does not get the serpent. She got the whale. Did not help her. Okay, so she'll move this guy here. 1, 2, 3. That's all you can do. Alright, she's bummed out. She's hoping to chomp my boat up, you know, and then swallow me as a snack. Okay, so it comes back to me. I'm going to play this tile here so I can move the boat. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so I moved the 3. And then I'm going to place this guy here. And this guy here. So that's 2 actions. This one's free. And then it's time to get out of Dodge. Okay, so that's my 3rd action. I'm going to remove this from the game. And, let's see here. I guess I'll take this one. Okay, and it's a whale. So we replace where the tile was with the actual whale. Okay, and then I roll. I forgot about the dude. Okay, I get the sea serpent. I forgot about him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy out of here. Because hopefully Jen won't roll a sea serpent on her next turn. I forgot all about him. Okay, so it's Jen's turn. Okay, so Jen's gonna start. This guy's all by himself. So she's gonna start moving the boat out towards him. So 1. And then she's gonna move this boat she's gonna turn that around. She's gonna grab this guy and throw him on there. So that's 2. And then she's going to move the boat over here, 3. Now she's got a decision to make. She could just run for the hills and go to safety. Or she could come around here and grab, you know, one of these guys. Because she knows I'm going to come back for my little dude there. But on my turn, I could just pull the boat out, you know, just leave her there. So she'll have to think about that. Okay, so now I'm going to draw this tile here, and I'm going to pick the other serpent back up, and we got a shark. Okay, so we replace the tile with the shark, as usual, green border. Okay, there's 3 more sharks back here, and then she's gonna roll, and she rolls the sea serpent, and then she like, here comes Donkey Kong, and she eats my boat and my dude, and they are removed from the board. So I just lost some points. So now it's like, okay, how can I screw Jen? Which is kind of my philosophy on a lot of games. Screw the next guy. It's not actually how I word it, but it is my philosophy on the games I buy a lot. Okay, so I am going to try and get my guys here. Okay, I really don't have anything tile-wise to play. I got the shark, and then the 2 dolphins, but that's about it. You know, I don't have any swimmers in the water, and the shark is pretty useless right now because there's no swimmers in the water. Okay, so I'm gonna get these guys out of here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then that'll be the end of my movement phase. It's time to grab the final beach token, and we'll see what this is. And I get another swimmer movement tile, which will help me out a lot if I ever get knocked out of the boat, and that's done by the whales. But we'll see. Okay, time to roll. And I roll a shark. So I'm just going to have this guy circle Jen. 1, 2. It's Jen's turn. And she's going to continue. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now she went around that whale because if a boat were to run into a hex occupied by a whale or a sea serpent, the boat's immediately removed from the board, and then the adventurer is thrown into the ocean and has to swim. So that's why she went around it and just didn't go through the hex. Now she can go through a hex with sharks. You know, they don't affect her as long as she's in the boat, but if she were swimming, then she'd be fine with whales, but the sharks and the sea serpents would, eat her up. So she'd lose that adventure. Okay, so now all of the beach tiles are gone, and now the next tiles in order to remove are the forest tiles. So she'll just go right here. Okay, and she has this swimmer. Okay, so she's going to place that down here in her little pile, and then she's going to roll. Let's see what she gets. She's hoping for the sea serpent, and she did not get it. She got the shark. So she's going to move him 1, 2. Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going to get these guys on the beach. Okay, 1, 2. They want to get off. Get off the boat. Go have a margarita. Alright, so now I have one more action. And since it is now the tiles, the forest are now the tiles that are going to be removed, I'm going to move this guy here and get him up on the higher ground. Okay, so that's my third action. And now I will remove a tile. So I'm going to grab this guy here where Jen is. Okay, so Jen's tossed in the ocean when that happens. Whenever a person is on a tile that's removed from the island, the adventurer is automatically dumped into the ocean. It's like they fell into a sinkhole or something. And then I drew the whale token, the whale tile. So we'll place a whale in the water with her. Now she got lucky. Like I said, the swimmers could swim with the whales, but if it were a shark, she'd lose them. Her dude would be gone. Okay, and it is now time to roll the die. And I got the shark. And I'm gonna move this guy here. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so now it is time for Jen to go, and she's gonna stay the course. She's gonna get these guys over here. So 1, okay, and then this guy gets on the boat. 2, and then she's gonna move over here. Where is he here? Here. 3. Okay. On her next round, she's gonna come over here and grab this guy here. She can't get this guy. This guy's on his own. He's got to swim. He can't get back on the boat. It kind of sucks for him, but let me rephrase what I said earlier. With this guy here, being that the whale's there, they cannot go onto the boat, because if the boat moved, in order for the adventurer to go back onto a boat, the adventurer and the boat have to be in the same ocean hex. But being that the whale's there, if the boat moved into that hex, it would knock the other 2 guys into the water with them. So they'd all be up the creek, so to speak. Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going to play the shark token. Okay, so I can move the shark, any shark, into an unoccupied space. So the shark is going to go there. Okay, discard that from the game. And now I'm going to take this boat and move 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the end of my movement turn. Guess I'll take this tile here. Let's see what it is. It's a whale. Okay, so I replaced the whale tile with the whale token, and now I'm hoping to roll a shark. Okay, so come on, Sharky. Oh, whale. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the whale. Oh, wait, that'll work out. Hold on. Okay, so a whale can move 3 spots. So 1. Alright, sorry about that, folks. The whale and the shark went for a little tumble there. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Whale's gonna move 1, and then 2 in the same hex with Jen, and then he's like Moby Dick. You just bust the ship apart. Dudes go flying into the water. Boat goes off the board. Okay.